Well, I think a deer's best friend is a deer hunter with a job. Woo! Guys, it's a little after 3 right now. No, I'm not going hunting, but what I am going to do is go pull a trail camera that I've got out, that I've had out a couple of months. Season here in North Alabama's been in 3 days now, and I've yet got to go hunt. Work kind of gets in the way a little bit, but not only that, it's just been so dang hot. And I guess when the heat gets up like that and dry, we hadn't had a rain in about a month, so all the green fields around here are dying. But when the heat gets like that, I just I'm not as angry at them as I used to be. So we were in the 90s, upper 90s this past weekend when season came in. Like I said, it's dry, so I didn't go get up the tree. Worst thing you could do is stick one and have an extensive tracking job and end up killing something for nothing. But right now I'm headed up to the zone that's in. And last year I killed a nice 8-point on opening day there. So I'm going to head up there. I've got a trail camera. It's been out a couple of months, so I'm going to pull that trail camera and take my binoculars with me and see if that tree is still loaded in acorns or not. It had a good bit in it earlier in the year, so I don't know what this drought's done to it, but we'll find out here in a few minutes. I'll check back in with you guys when I get there. And you see in this video, I guess it means I went back in here this upcoming weekend and had some luck. So let me get up here. It's about a 15-minute ride from where I work at, and get that camera pulled and maybe have something good on there. Which this old boy, if I'm hunting this weekend, I know it's gonna be good. Kind of surprised they wasn't somebody parked here, but they're not. So I know with it coming in early here in North Alabama, here in this piece of public that I hunt, got all kinds of people here from out of state. So I guess it might have been good I wasn't here this weekend, so I'm gonna slip in here to this spot, try to be as quiet as I can. I don't think I'll bump anything out. I don't imagine they're on their feet right now, as hot as it is. Like I said, I'm gonna get in there and get this camera pulled. And I'm gonna try to glass a few trees while I'm there. Hopefully something for the deer to feed on. If so, and everything looks good on that camera, I'm gonna be back in here Saturday morning. That is if the wind's right for the spot. We'll see. This is a spot that me and Chris found a few years ago. Got on a turkey in here. Stumbled upon this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a pretty good deer trail. Cutting through here, and what it does is it intersects with a fire break. And that's where I'm headed to, is to get on that fire break. Then another deer trail cuts off that fire break and heads down to those acorn trees where I killed that buck last year. I'm gonna try to slip in here, so I'm gonna hush it up and ease in here. Grab that camera. Whew, it's hot. It's not loaded, but it's got some in it, so there's several good clusters up there. And it's hard to tell because the ground is tore up, so the deer's been in here. So if my wind's right this weekend, I think I'm gonna be back in here. I'm gonna get this camera pulled and make my way out of here, guys. If everything goes as planned, I'll see you guys back in my tree. See you guys Saturday. Well, guys, it's October 7th. It's going to be the afternoon hunt. I'm headed out to that piece of public. Had big plans to hunt this morning, but like I said, there's a ton of folks from out of town in this area hunting because it came in early for us. And well, I got out this morning and headed out, and there was trucks parked on the side of the road, and matter of fact, spot I was going to go to had a vehicle there, and I didn't want to crowd anybody. And I knew that they wouldn't be probably in the spot that I was at, but I didn't. I do have some ethics, so I didn't go in and hunt. I figured I'd just wait till this afternoon, hopefully slip in there in that spot I got set. Well, I made it in. This is that red oak that I hunted last year. I had two nice bucks come in, and I ended up taking the better of the two, which is an 8-point. Ran a camera here for 2 months. Checked the photos. And ended up having 700 and something pictures, does, fawns, one buck, which is a spike, coyote, and a bobcat. So unless something out of the ordinary happens, it looks like I'm meat hunting. That's okay. Need to fill that freezer early if possible. But like I said earlier, I come in here this morning, somebody was already parked at the gate out there, which I figured they were further on back on the road. So I just didn't want to mess anybody up, so I opted to sit out this morning and hope for this afternoon that I'm going to get in here. Luckily I'm here. We'll see what happens though. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon. It's a little after 2 right now. I usually try to get in early. Something else too, I'm sitting in this new saddle. Past 2 seasons I ran the tethered Phantom, and this year I got the lockdown. And I tell you what, guys, it's the most comfortable thing I've ever sat in, other than my old man climber. I already have lower back issues, and this saddle puts the right amount of pressure on my lower back. It's awesome. I love it. But I'm 52 years old. Well, fixing to be 52, so if I can hunt out of the saddle, you guys can too. I want to shut my mouth and sit here and enjoy Mother Nature's beauty today. Beautiful sunshine, cool temperatures. Cold front blew through last night. Let's see if we can get a doe this afternoon. I said, I couldn't get in here this morning because somebody was on this road. But I was fortunate enough to get in here early, be able to get to my spot. I found this spot last year. This red oak behind me is dropping a few acorns, so I noticed when I was back in here picking up my camera that they were feeding around that red oak. It was tore up all up under it. I knew it was just a matter of time. See if I can get my boy on the phone. I've been sitting here watching Alabama football and I heard him coming off that ridge. Maybe he'll answer.
Hello?
Where y'all at?
I'm on the interstate.
Oh, are you? I'm fixing to get down and track a deer, buddy. I shot a doe. Well, I can probably get it by myself. If I have to, I'm going to go back to my truck and get the light. I'm going to get down and see if I can find some blood real quick. I heard her fall, so I know she's back toward how I walked in. I just got to get down and see if I can get my bearings and find out where she's at. Thank you. If it gets to the point where my old eyes can't see, I might have to holler at you. Alright, bud. I'm going to get down and try to get this taken care of. I love you, bud. Be careful. Bye. I'll take my time, get down. Like I said, I think I heard her fall. She sounded like she ran about 60 yards or so. Get my wits about me. Still got the shaky knees. Got a pretty sunset coming. Loving this saddle. One thing I did notice today, wind in here just kept swirling around. That's why they got squirrely on me. That one doe, I was trying to get the camera around. One of them was sitting there just kicking the other one, and but I couldn't move because one of them had me pegged there. But I stayed still and stayed behind my tree here the best I could. But that one, the wind just kind of was too much for it. It could smell me, and it bolted over. And I had it probably about 30-35 yards. I was willing to take a shot if I had to, but this one right here walked right out and gave me a good broadside shot. So I'm gonna take my time, get down, and put my gear up, and work on trying to track this, and then hopefully go back and get my game cart and try to get her out of here. See you on the ground. Alright guys, I'm on the ground. What I'm probably going to do, let's see. I did not use a lighted knock, but I've already walked up here and found my arrow. So here's my arrow. Looks like real good blood, and like I said, I know I heard her fall. So there's real good blood right there. So deer went that general direction, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my gear and I'm going to head back to the Jeep and go ahead and grab my trailer and put my gear up. And I think Chris is going to come over here and help me track. That way I can get her out of here. Definitely gonna get all my stuff put away and take my time and get back to the Jeep and grab my little trailer and get in here and get her out. I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Alright, I went back to the Jeep and put my crossbow and stuff up and waited on my drag helper there and put my game cart together. Now we back on the site. Oh, it's going to be hard to see in the dark right now, but there's a little opening in that white oak right there. That's where I was at. And they were making their way down to that. They were making their way down to that red oak. Good blood. Looks like I ruined my arrow anyway. That swacker did a swacking. Alright. Let's get the tracking.
Which way was she facing each other?
She was facing that direction, so I shot her on her right side. There's blood, there's blood. That's it. There's a white belly.
Good deal. Guys, she didn't run 50, 75 yards from the tree.
Yeah, I said about 50, 55. That's about right.
It's so thick though, she's just kind of weaving in and out of all this crap, so it's kind of hard to find the blood, but we finally found it, so let's get up there to her. What we got here? We got make sure it's an inch. There we go. Good deal.
Good though. Ooh, look at the ticks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's ticks. People call it ticks.
Deer mites or whatever.
Yeah. They ain't ticks. Right, hey.
Yep.
Sit right here. I'm gonna run and get the game cart real quick because it ain't gonna be far.
Okay.
Look like a pretty good shot. I got the game cart over here. Let's get her out to the trail.
Yeah, we can do it. So you like it? At least she ran towards the trail that we was walking on.
Right. And she was laying just right there in that thick stuff where you couldn't see her. I walked right by her coming up here to get you. Get my backpack off real quick.
Yeah, Spiker did. Yeah, they're perfect.
Yeah, I want to look at the exit. That's the entrance hole. Look at there. No wonder the heifer didn't run far. Heck yeah, that's gonna be some good victuals. Maybe I won't blind everybody in my light.
Don't do it like I did last year.
Yeah.
Leave the light on the entire time.
But you can't beat that. Like I said, I did come in here and couldn't hunt it this morning because somebody was here. And which I knew there wasn't going to be any good bucks on camera. Like I said, I told you guys that on earlier that I had 730 some odd photos here, and it was a coyote, a bobcat, and does, fawns, and a couple of does that didn't have any youngins with it. And matter of fact, this is the two that come in, thank goodness. But as I was coming down, I still had another deer coming in on me, so maybe I didn't booger the spot up too bad, but I got some meat for the freezer. That's all that matters at this moment. And now I can concentrate a little more on some horns. But don't get me wrong, I see another doe or two, they're going in the freezer too. You never know what late season may hold. But we're gonna get her out here, guys, and we'll get back with you guys when we get, we're about 30 minutes in the woods here. Good thing we got the cart though, so we'll get her back to the Jeep. And
hey, congratulations. Fox 6 telling me that the first weather team is ready. Man, what a day.
That's right. Chris been off at the hunting lease all day long working while I was out here trying to slay one of these public land deer, but luckily I got one on the ground. So
something cool I was talking about, because I did a little bit of pre-footage myself today, and talking about how hopefully this year we can produce 3 different types of video, which the public land, check, doing some hunting camps, and doing some urban hunting. So try to knock off 3 things this year, and so far looks like you've already put one check mark in.
Yeah, I've already put one check mark on it, but I'm working on that urban one too. I got a spot that's got some decent deer on it, but let's quit mouthing and get this thing out of here. It's getting late.
I'm ready for supper. I'm hungry.
I'm thirsty. Well, drenched in sweat, but we made it back to the Jeep with the doe. So it's always awesome when you go into a spot that you sit there, scouted, you know the deer was there, you did your setup, and everything just went right, and you were able to harvest a deer. So, and especially on public land, I'm really grateful for that. And what I'm even more grateful for is the fact that nobody's sitting on this road today. So, but anyway, guys, this is the first hunt of the year for me. It actually opened last weekend, but here we was in an extreme drought. It was so dusty. We hadn't had rain in like a month, and it was in the upper 90s, and that's like, I ain't climbing the tree. So anyway, this weekend we ended up having a cold front move through, and it had these deer up on their feet. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.